First, though, let's talk about some news you've obtained in relation to the aged care sector. It's been so much happening, but that Royal Commission and its findings were huge. What's happening on that front?
Kieran, the federal government are planning to ignore a key recommendation of the Aged Care Royal Commission to introduce an aged care levy in next month's budget. While no final decision has been made, senior government sources have told me the imposition of the levy is not expected to occur. So there will be a funding commitment for aged care in the budget worth extra billions, but presumably it will be funded through debt or other savings. Commissioner Lynette Briggs recommended this levy in the Aged Care Royal Commission final report when she wrote, by 1st of July 2022, the Australian government should introduce legislation to Parliament to establish an aged care improvement levy of a flat rate of 1% of taxable personal income. The levy imposed should be levied and paid for the financial year commencing July 2023 and for all subsequent financial years until the Parliament otherwise provides. This would effectively have acted like an increase in the Medicare levy and could have funded an extra $3 billion a year. The other Royal Commissioner, Tony Paggioni, simply recommended the Productivity Commission investigate such a levy. When the Prime Minister released the Aged Care Royal Commission report at Kirribilli House last month, he did not rule out the levy at all and said there were big tests for the Parliament ahead.
Prime Minister, part of the recommendations that the Commissioners actually agree on is the need to introduce a levy to fund a lot of these improvements to aged care. They differ slightly about the details of it, but they both are in favour of, I think it's like a 1% levy.
Yeah.
Will you commit to that?
Look, we'll consider those things. You know our government's disposition when it comes to increased levies and taxes. It's not something that we lean into. In fact, as Treasurer, I once sought to increase the Medicare levy by 0.5% to provide support to the National Disability Insurance Scheme, and I wasn't supported in that by the Labor Party or the Greens for that matter. So that's something that I've seen in other contexts that the Parliament hasn't supported before, so you'd forgive me for being a little wary at this point.
He said he'd consider it, but I'm told budget discussions have found the party of lower taxes wants to stay that way. The commitment per year will be less than the $4 billion a year the sector wants initially in the budget, but it will build up over time, I'm told. Some in the sector have told me $6 to $7 billion a year extra is the minimum required. You can expect new funding for residential aged care and home care, with restructuring around what sort of services people can access in home care, with a deficit around the $200 billion mark, likely to be improved by a few billion because of iron ore prices. Now is the time to spend a few billion without it being so controversial, Kieran.